Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Good morning. You know how I feel? Welcome in the sanctuary. Welcome online to the Unitarian Universalist service, the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg. It's our Sunday service, and St. Petersburg is what colonizers call this place, but it is actually the land stolen from the Tocobaga and Seminole indigenous Americans. Today, Hindus celebrate Maha Shivaratri. Buddhists observe Parinirvana Day, which is the Buddha's entry into nirvana. This Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent for many Christians. As usual, I am available to do glitter blessings in lieu of ashes on Ash Wednesday or any day. I do have like a roll-on glitter in my office. Muslims mark the start of Ramadan this week. My name is Ben. My pronouns are he and they. And I am so excited. You already got a taste of what today is going to be like. And I'm so excited for today's worship service. It's called Rebirth and Self-Discovery, with music by Todd, by Liam Dunn, by the UU St. Pete Choir. And our worship associate today is Bianca Hatton. Good morning, Bianca.
Good morning, everyone. What a great start to service.
Right.
I'm feeling all spicy. So thanks, Ben. My name is Bianca, and I want to welcome everyone to the church today. And if you want a church where community is built through conversation, I have good news for you. You might have found your church home. The lighthearted energy of children is welcome here, and we encourage families to bring their children and grandchildren on a regular basis.
Thanks, Bianca. 2 announcements today. At our February Social Justice Leadership meeting, we decided to form a new team, and this is a team that's focused on making it easy for members to voice their concerns about the current issues facing our country. So options include partnering with existing organizations, scripts and or training for calling U.S. and Florida representatives and senators, training for when ICE arrives, providing rides to demonstrations, and so forth. So please stop at the social justice table after the service. You can get some more info. You can explore additional options and ideas.
Our second announcement is from our green team. At 11:45 here in the sanctuary, they will present Water 101 Sink or Swim, Staying Afloat. This week, Part 1 teaches understanding and working with our water system. Please read the rest of the announcements in your order of service, in our monthly newsletter, and on the TV in Gilmore during coffee hour.
Now, as Unitarian Universalists, we are a people of diverse beliefs, but we do share a common faith that every being is worthy of love, that what we do in this world matters, and that we're connected. We're connected to one another, and we're connected to the earth. So whoever you are and wherever you are in your journey, you are welcome here.
Allow me to give a special welcome to any newcomers. If you are new to UU St. Pete or relatively new, can you give us a wave? Wow, hi everyone. If you'd like, please briefly introduce yourself. Reverend Ben will bring the microphone to you, and so those that are on YouTube can hear what you're saying. You are under no obligation to do what I just said. I feel like I should reverse the order of that. You can say hi if you want, but you don't have to. Anyone?
Hi, everybody. I'm Margaret, and I'm visiting here from the Newton UU Church in Provincetown, and I feel so welcome here, and I want to say that we're hearing about the work that you guys are doing back in Boston, and it's wonderful. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm here with my daughter, Bella. My parents are regulars here, and I grew up in a UU church. I love that everybody is so accepting here, something we don't find a lot in New York State, but it's lovely.
Hi, Craig and I are here visiting. We are in St. Pete Beach for a month. We're snowbirds. We live in Illinois, and we attend the Palatine, Illinois UU Church. I'm on the board there.
Hi, I'm Tori, and this is Ryan. So we have been to UU a few times before in other locations. We currently live in South Florida, but we are looking to buy a house in St. Pete, so we're really excited to be here.
Welcome.
Welcome. And we're done.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for sharing, and thanks for putting your cell phones in worship mode or on mute. Wearing a mask it's up to you. We encourage you to wear one as you're comfortable. Now it's time for us to turn and greet our neighbors. So say hello to someone you aren't close to today. And please remember to get consent if you're going to hug.
They wanted to say hi.
They're like, oh, well, let's go.
Please remember to... All right, we're good, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. was louder than I meant it to be. It had no effect.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Morning has broken. Please rise as you're willing and able for our first hymn. Morning has broken. It's number 38 in the gray hymnal, and the choir will be leading us. The first bird. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the sleeping, praise for the morning, praise for the spring, fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise of the singing, sound of the water, strong in the weakness, where God's pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, look at the one light, Eden saw play. Praise with nation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new. Please remain standing as we light our chalice. Quinn, Troy, and Ben are going to light our chalice this morning. I invite you to say our covenant out loud as they do. The words are in your programs. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. You may be seated. Thank you, choir. Thank you, guys.
We come to a time in our worship service for joys, sorrows, and concerns. Those of you on YouTube Live are not in this room, but your presence is still felt. Please type your joys and sorrows into the text chat. If you have a joy, sorrow, or concern to submit during the week, please write to Reverend Ben at minister@uustpete.org.
We're thankful to Joanne for putting a stone in the water for each one that was submitted. And there's still time, if you're writing your card, to bring it up to me or to Bianca, or have a neighbor bring it up for you.
Each week, we appreciate someone or someones who have worked hard to accomplish our mission. This week, we have a stone of joy for my friend, John Motter. He is, yay, John.
Here, though.
John has agreed to be the co-chair. Oh, hey, John.
Hi, John.
Hey, John. John has agreed to be the co-chair, or my co-chair, for the worship team, and he's already taken on so much, and I just want him to know how much I appreciate him. And every time I see you, I'm grinning like a Cheshire cat. I'm so excited to see you. And he's our covenant group leader, and he has the best snacks. And y'all know how I feel about snacks. It makes me do a happy dance. And we're just so excited that you're a part of this congregation and that you share from the heart. It means so much to us, and we love you very much.
We love you, John. Let's put in a stone of joy and gratitude for the president of our Unitarian Universalist Association, Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, and another stone for our UUA staff and leaders, and especially those UUA staff and leaders from the southern region.
Let's do a stone of celebration for Pamela. Happy birthday to my sister from Trish Birch.
Happy birthday, Trish. A stone of joy from Bianca. Bianca's nephew, Quinn, has moved here, and you saw Quinn lighting the chalice. He's moved here to be Troy's male nanny, which is apparently called Manny.
I have a stone of joy and gratitude for Brent, who has cleaned up all manner of detritus, some pretty disgusting stuff left from those visiting our buildings and grounds. Please give him a... Our mission is to be an inclusive, evolving religious community that inspires spiritual and intellectual growth to make our world a better place.
I got here, and it really is the mystery in life and in the world is that we are connected even when we feel apart. So let's rejoice in our beloved community that makes of the many one. And let's take about a minute of silence together.
You know, I didn't expect to cry before I started doing my reflection, but here we are. That song has such a new meaning for me now because I'm a new mom and my baby was in NICU for a week, and I thought that, oh my gosh, my world was crashing. And Reverend Ben came to visit us, you know, multiple times, and while I did things that need to be done, like eat, you know, and so I went to eat and I came back and he was singing that song to my daughter and she was just staring at him and was just, you know, and so now that just, oh, it just gets me. Okay, I'm ready now. All right, so I want to do a quick trigger warning for anyone who may be struggling with fertility or has had a miscarriage. This story is going to mention that, and so if you want to excuse yourself, there is no shame in that. So. But once again, I am Bianca, and I grew up in the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Although I no longer identify as Christian, there are many stories from the Bible that I still love to hear, and I may reference from time to time when things get tough. One of my favorite stories is the one about the time when Jacob wrestled with God. Does anyone remember that? Okay. For those of y'all that aren't familiar, the story goes that Jacob wrestled with an angel or God all night to secure his future. When the angel saw that he could not overpower Jacob, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip so that his hip was wrenched, and they continued to wrestle until the break of day. And then the angel said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go until you bless me." The angel said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Then he blessed him. So I want you all to do something that you probably haven't done since you were in an actual Christian church. Turn to your neighbor and say, "Don't let go." This Bible story is both terrifying and enduring. It tells the story that if you want something bad enough, fight for it. Don't take no for an answer. But it also shows the humanity and the pain that you experience while fighting for your happiness and your future. But as a kid, I was so scared that an angel would be raiding around in the parking lot for me, and I would have to explain like some black eyes. But literal translations of the Bible are scary. And still, my parents were so confused as to why I had trouble sleeping in the dark until I was 30 years old. So if it's okay, now I'm going to share that personal story about the strength that I discovered that I was big enough to bring an angel to its knees. But it's a difficult story for me, and I may need to call upon the congregation a couple of times to help me through it. So if that's okay, I may ask you to turn to your neighbor again and say, okay, good. But next time, say it with your chest, put some feeling into it. So, fun fact about me, I am the most risk-averse person you will ever come to know. Every major life decision that I've made has been carefully weighed, risk versus reward. I love a challenge, but if the risk is too great, no thanks. I've always been afraid of accidentally reaching a breaking point that I didn't know was there and just not being able to return to my normal self. In 2021, my partner and I decided to embark upon our riskiest, greatest adventure yet. We decided that we wanted to become parents. When weighing the risk, we thought, what's the worst that could happen? If it works out, great. If it's not, no big deal. We're having a good time. You can't miss what you never had. Or so we thought. So I deemed it about a B on my level risk scale, and that's from A through F, and we decided to move forward. If you're wondering what an F is, it's like, imagine eating warm gas station sushi on a road trip. Like, that would be an F. The risk is too great. I do not recommend it. So we received great news in October 2021 that we were expecting our first child. However, 4 months later, in February of 2022, I went into preterm labor at home, alone, and I drove myself to the emergency room. And when I got there, I was told that my son was not going to make it and there was nothing I could do about it. So all night, I heard the screaming birthing pains of women having 2 live births. I could hear the babies screaming and crying, taking their first breath, and I could hear the joys and happy tears from families in the room next to me, welcoming their babies into the world. And worst of all, I heard the song. So when you have a baby at Baby Place, women press a button and it sings a lullaby through the whole floor. And I heard that song 7 times that night. So after a long labor and delivery process, there was no song for my son. I held him in my arms, and my husband, he turned away, and our doctor said, "You'll be back someday." My first thought was, I don't think so. I don't know how I find the strength for that. Remember how I convinced myself that the risk was low? I could never miss what I never had? I was wrong. I never heard my son's first cry, but I missed it every day. And it turns out my risk calculator was terribly flawed, and I was unraveling at the seams. There were days when I would just stare into the dark for hours, and I was afraid to show my face in public because of the shame that I felt. It's such a weird emotion, shame, when something like this happens, and embarrassment and helplessness. This once confident, courageous, risky, risk-averse girl had finally met her match. I found the one thing that I had experienced up to this point that I couldn't power through. This doesn't really happen to me, and I would do anything to avoid that feeling again. I did some adjustments and I worked through some things, and I decided I don't want to start a family. That's too hard. I don't have the strength for that. Then one day I woke up and found a small glimmer of hope burning in my soul, and I'm not sure where it came from, but I do know that when I felt like I was empty and I had no more to give, I drove past a sign outside this church that said, Black Lives Matter. I had never been here before, which resonated with me different on that Sunday. It meant my life still mattered. My son's life, it mattered. I walked, limped into this church at my lowest point, and I sat right there where John is sitting right now. What are the odds of that, John? And I found the strength to take the mic during visitor introductions. Usually I would say, no, I'm good. But I said, I came here today because I need peace. Those are the only words I said on the mic besides my name. And then I heard Reverend Ben say, place one final stone for what remains in our hearts, perhaps too tender to be spoken out loud. Those simple words struck so deep that I started to find a space to heal. I had been surrounded by a community ever since. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, John. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Waters. Thank you. It's hard for me right now, but you know my heart, Earl. Then I took another leap of faith and I began sharing my story with other women. And to my surprise, so many of us, men and women, have experienced fertility issues. And so I've been holding those stories in those hearts because it was too tender to be spoken or shared aloud. I found a renewed spirit in this church and in this group, in my therapy sessions, in my grief group, the calming waves of the Gulf Shore. And this process gave me the blues, but I stood up swinging time and time and time again. I surprised myself after each round of disappointment. Each time I got started, I would say to myself, oh no, we're not doing this again. This is the last time. I can't do this anymore. But I could, and I did. Remember that story about Jacob? Well, it wasn't an angel, but I wrestled with grief for years to secure my future. When grief saw that it couldn't overpower me, it touched my mind and my body so that I was rich. But I continued to fight until grief said, oh, let me go, for it is daybreak. But I replied, I will not let you go until I'm ready to let you go, and not until you bless me. And so grief said, your name will no longer be Bianca, but now it's Mama, because you have struggled with grief, doubt, anxiety, and have overcome. Then I was blessed on December 2nd, 2025 at 8:13 a.m. 5%. My fertility doctor said I had a 5% chance of natural conception. 4 years, 4 miscarriages later, my 5%'s name is Troy. Troy means bravery and strength. And if she gets anything from me, it doesn't have to be my stunning looks and my sassy attitude. But please, God, let it be courage and strength. As most of you know, I love Forrest Gump, so I can't end my time here without quoting him. Mama always said miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so, but they do. So the next time you feel weak and you're not sure if you have the strength to push forward, remember, there might be an angel waiting for you around the corner, so knock him out. And thank you.
Thank you, choir. Thank you, Todd. That was an original composition by our artist in residence, Todd Wellman. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Bianca's family. You might know that I went to the Boston University School of Theology to get my master's in divinity, and you might remember that that's where Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. became Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I literally got to sit in the same seats where he sat, where MLK sat. The school didn't have a lot of money, so it was literally the same seats. They were very old. One of Dr. King's mentors at BU was the Dean of Marsh Chapel, Howard Thurman. How many people have heard of Howard? Yes. So Dr. Thurman was the first black person to lead a chapel at a predominantly white university, and he's credited with inspiring a generation of civil rights leaders. Our monthly theme is resilience and embodying resilience in particular, and Dr. Thurman has some powerful words to say about resilience, and those of you who are in our Facebook group got a sneak preview of this quote. Resilience is to watch a gathering darkness until all light is swallowed up completely, without the power to interfere or bring a halt. Then, in that darkness, to continue one's journey with one's footsteps guided by the illumination of remembered radiance. Guided by the illumination of remembered radiance. No light, you just remember. Continue the journey in complete darkness? That's asking a lot, Dr. Thurman. Come on. You might need a little help. There we go. Thank you. You remembered. Many of you have remarked on the gathering darkness here in Florida, in this community, and in the United States, and in the world. You've asked me, what can I do to stop ICE, to side with trans and non-binary children and adults, to support reproductive justice, to end white supremacy, and so forth? And a little into the conversation, usually you say, I can't do what you're doing, Reverend Ben. I can't get arrested. I can't speak in front of groups. And at this point, I usually say, you don't have to. In fact, it's better that you don't. If we all did the same thing, the beloved community wouldn't work as well. We need other folks to do other things. Also, there are lots of things I'm not good at. And at some point in the conversation, I'll usually sing a bar or two from the hymn, Love Will Guide Us. Howard Thurman helps here too. He said, quote, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do it. Because he says the world needs people who have come alive. So the social justice team has a table during coffee hour. Where's my visual aid? You can talk with them about the many options available to you. The social justice team table. The green team has their water presentation right here at 11:45. See if anything you find there makes you come alive. Or just look inside you. What are you called to do? What makes you come alive? There's probably a way to do that thing. And in doing so, help build beloved community, help stop ICE, help end white supremacy, and so forth. I'm serious, what makes you come alive? Because for me, one thing is being in water, specifically underwater. I love just swimming underwater. I feel like I'm flying. I love the feel of the water all over me. What makes you come alive? Doesn't have to be so. What? Singing makes you come alive. Now that's an easy thing. That's an easy transition. Swimming, I'm not sure what. Water, not ice, maybe. But singing, that's yes. What makes you come alive? Dancing, Mary. Baking. Gardening. Being in nature? Pickleball. What about bike? Oh, riding my bike. Okay. What? Learning. All right, I'll take the biggest stretch, pickleball. There's probably a way to play pickleball and in doing so help build beloved community and stop ice and whatnot. Here's the thing though, if that's our thing, if that's where we come live is playing pickleball, and we figure out a way, pickleball players against ice or whatever, while we're doing that, we're going to be drawn into an unexpected journey. We're not just playing pickleball anymore. If we're doing it for a purpose, we're going to be drawn into an unexpected journey. There's a woman named Sam Struzas. She works for Minnesota Public Radio, and reporting is her thing. That's what makes her come alive. So anytime she heard whistles outside her door, remember that's a signal that ice is here, she would run out, she would film what is happening. One morning, she heard that, didn't have time to get clothes on, put the bathrobe on and slippers, and this is Minneapolis, cold, came out and filmed. Have you seen the bathrobe lady story? Anyone? It made it, Mom has. It made news. Like, she was documenting what was happening to cover it as news, but she also became news herself. The bathroom lady story went viral, and her colleagues at Minnesota Public Radio received many messages praising Ms. Struzas, and they published this statement on their website. The instinct to move toward the story, not away from it, is shared across our newsroom. Sometimes they say, that work looks polished and composed on air. Sometimes it starts in slippers. Later that week, they say, colleagues across the organization wore bathrobes to the office as a lighthearted tribute to Sam and to the broader newsroom. It was a small, communal way to recognize something serious, the commitment to being present for Minnesota communities when it matters most. Now that's a pretty mild transformational journey to go viral for your bathrobe and your slippers. Bianca and Ben, their coming alive was when they decided to make a family, and that journey was much harder. So your journey might begin with something that makes you come alive, any of those things that you said, but it will take unexpected turns, is what I'm telling you. Like Sam Struzas in her bathrobe, like Bianca with her fertility struggles that she so bravely shared with us. At some point, your journey will not be comfortable. Like Bianca, it might be fraught, it might be incredibly hard, heart-rending sometimes. Your journey may have times where you're wrestling with your own angels. And I mean angels in the larger sense of the word. We're Unitarian Universalists, so many of us don't believe in angels. But I think all of us believe in something greater than us, something greater than ourselves, something we don't fully understand. Our atheists realize that science is evolving, that there are scientific things that almost border on mystical, and that science is also evolving. So there are things that seem mystical now that maybe someday we will understand, things that are greater than ourselves. And I believe that when we start on this journey that begins with pickleball, we will have to at some point rely on Howard Thurman's footsteps guided by the illumination of remembered radiance, and we will be reborn, as we are each reborn so many times in our lives, and we will not be alone. And our name will no longer be Jacob, it will be Israel. Our name will not be just Bianca, it will be Mama. I'll let you in on a secret about resilience. Resilience is not just individual. Resilience is collective. So we will be there to encourage you in the hard times, to celebrate the successes, and we will be there when needed to say, thank you. Yesterday was Valentine's Day. Many of us are blessed with loving romantic partners. But my colleague, Reverend Christina Spotty, posted words from Bell Hooks, and Bell Hooks once said, "I think that part of what a culture of domination has done is raise that romantic relationship up as the single most important bond, when of course, Bell Hooks says, the single most important bond is that of community." So let us keep on keeping on. Morning has broken. It is a new dawn. It is a new day. And Howard Thurman's resilience journey through the darkness feels a bit more doable, doesn't it, when we think of resilience as collective? So I'll leave you with his words once again. And as you listen this second time, remember you're part of this community. Remember you're not alone. That your journey through the darkness takes place with us holding your hand. Resilience is to watch a gathering darkness until all light is swallowed up completely, without the power to interfere or bring a halt. Then in that darkness, to continue one's journey with one's footsteps guided by the illumination of remembered radiance. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be.
Yes. We eat fruit from trees planted long before we were born. May we plant the seeds that bear fruit long after we're gone. In the sanctuary, the offering will now be given and received.
Verge of clapping. Often like a because I end with amen. It's not like a thank you is a clap. And it's like your gifts, which are given in love, are received with great joy. Thank you. Our closing hymn is an African American spiritual called Wade in the Water. It is deeply rooted in the experience of slavery. Yet my own ancestors were not enslaved people. Since February is Black History Month, though, we wanted to sing this song with the reverence it deserves. So let the children of former slave owners sing with the children of former slaves. Please rise as you're willing and able for the closing hymn. It's number 210 in our gray hymnal.
And you won't need the books. We're doing a slightly different version, and we will teach it to you right now. I will sing through twice alone, just so you can get the sense of it, and then we'll all come in together.
Sophie, can you bring more on the blue, please?
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade
in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Spirit's gonna trouble the water. Please remain standing for our chalice extinguishing. Ben, if you don't mind extinguishing the chalice, we invite you to follow along with the hand gestures. Light of truth, warmth of love, fire of courage, as Ben extinguishes our chalice with Troy. The words to our chalice extinguishing are in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth,
the
warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. You may be seated. Our worship is over, but our service begins. Please join us for coffee hour in Gilmore Hall. Grab your coffee. Come right back in here to the sanctuary for the Green Team presentation. Now, we hope this time together will help you through your week and will help you remember you're not alone. Blessings.